Hey, how's it going, guys? I'm Paradoxic, and welcome to yet another new series on this channel. One that I've been looking forward to for a long time. The fifth season that I've been looking for, of which I've been looking forward to for a long time, and that is Lucifer. Netflix is now Netflix is Lucifer. Now Netflix. It was originally on Fox, and then Fox did what it always does to most of its good shows, and it cancelled it after I think it was 2 seasons, 2 or 3 seasons. I think one of those seasons, like, it cancelled it, and then Netflix brought it back, and then we got another season, then we got a fourth season, and now we have a fifth season. A fifth season of which, if I'm correct, to my knowledge, only half of which has been released so far, and then after a little break, they're going to release the rest of it, and then we have the sixth and final season coming to Netflix too. So yeah, I've been waiting for this season for a long time. I love this show. I love it. A friend of mine got me back into this show. This is one of those shows like Agents of Shield or like maybe Breaking Bad. Like it's one of those shows. It took me a while to actually try and actually continue. Like I watched the first couple of episodes, then I lost track. Then I tried to get into it again by watching the first couple of episodes. Then I lost track again, and then finally I just I actually had the willpower to power through. And actually watch the show, and it's amazing. It's amazing. It's an awesome show. Tom Ellis he's amazing. He's amazing. Lauren German, Leslie Ann Brandt, DB Woodside. I'm trying to remember. I'm terrible with names. I'm trying to remember the names as I go along. I know these people. Don't worry, this is not my first time watching. But yeah, the cast and crew. The show is amazing. They cameoed on Thingy Crisis 2. If you remember, I fucking like my lungs just gave out. I screamed so much. Watching his cameo on Crisis. I didn't know that was going to be a thing. I didn't even know that was going to be a thing. I mean, it wasn't until his presence in Crisis was even rumored that I actually remembered he was a DC character to begin with. Like with Constantine, he is actually a DC Comics character. There was a DC comic series called Lucifer based on Lucifer Morningstar. So I didn't even know that. So up until then, they did a fantastic job separating these different universes. So yeah, so I mean, post-Crisis, there was no confirmation that he's part of the new multiverse, so I don't know what's happening there, but either way, none of that affects this. This show is still its own separate thing. None of what goes on in the Arrowverse affects this. But yeah, Lucifer, I love it. It's easily just become just a show that I really, really love. I don't know if I'd call it a favorite show just yet, not because I don't feel the love for it. I feel a huge amount of love for it. But yeah, I mean, it's been so long. It's been so long, and I've watched other stuff in the meantime that has taken my love. But yeah, Lucifer is an amazing show. It's an amazing show. And I told myself I actually did want to react to season 5 once it was released, and I spent like a half a month actually catching up on season 4, binging through that once it was released. And that's the trouble with these Netflix shows. They are designed to be binged, so avoiding spoilers is next to impossible unless you go the extra mile of muting certain words and tags and phrases and whatnot, which I have done. As soon as it hit midnight today, I actually muted some stuff because I knew it'd be all over Twitter and all over Instagram and everything. So yeah, it's finally here, finally happening. So I will be reacting to this entire series and to season 6 when that gets released too. So I'm very much looking forward to seeing what the story is here. But season 4, we dealt with the aftermath of Chloe discovering that Lucifer is actually the devil, despite 3 seasons of him telling her that he is the devil. She actually finally discovered, seeing is believing, that entire thing. She saw his devil face, his wings and everything, and she dealt with that. And at first it seemed like she was okay with it, but then it was revealed that she actually had some secret talks with a pastor who by the end of the season was actually possessed by some demons from hell. So we had that stuff going on. And then we had Eve as well. Eve, Lucifer's first love. Eve, who was amazing. I loved her. I loved her character. She had a really complex storyline of her own going on in the season. And then by the end of the season, she also left to kind of, discover herself. But yeah, she had that whole thing going on. And then there was that prophecy that, all hell will be unleashed when Lucifer's first love walks the earth and all that jabber. So by the end of it, she helped save Linda and Amenadiel's baby. Linda and Amenadiel had a baby. They had a kid together. I can't remember what they named him, but they had a kid, and the demons tried to take it to hell for it to be their new king. That didn't work. They fought back for that baby, and they got the baby back. So that happened, and then they got the baby back, and then Lucifer, he realized he actually had to be the king of hell. He had to be the king of hell. So then he gave a nice soft goodbye kiss to Chloe, and then he flew down down into hell, and took his place back on the throne. We actually had that lovely zoom out shot of him on the massive tall throne, which went down. So we had that, and then even Maze were kind of teased. Throughout the series a little bit, but then by the end of it, she kind of, Eve discovered she needed her own journey. She needed her own little journey, so she was going off on that, which I think broke Maze's heart. Maze is easily my favorite character. Maze, no one can ever top Maze. Maze is the top, but no one can ever top Maze. Maze holds a very special place in my heart. She's an amazing character throughout this entire show, with her own ups and downs, but she perseveres and stuff, and she holds her own a lot, and she's easily carved her own little place in each of the characters' hearts in the show, and the audience's hearts too. Leslie Ann Brandt is amazing as Maze, but yeah, she's my favorite character for all of this. So just letting you guys know, I do love this show. This isn't my first time watching. But yeah, so we had that stuff. So Maze is, she's. I presume we're gonna deal with her dealing with that kind of loss. I mean, she I think, I don't know. I mean, I don't know if she was heartbroken. She seemed heartbroken, but I think it's also just a case of Eve could be the first person she's ever actually had true feelings for. Everyone else has just been like a fling or maybe something beyond that, but nothing truly rock solid. So Eve is the first person who, Maze felt like she could open up to, and then Eve had her own stuff to deal with, so then she had to go off and do that stuff. So yeah, but now I saw the trailer. I did see the trailer for this season, and we saw that Michael is back. Michael, the supposedly evil twin brother to Lucifer, he is back, and he literally looks like he's taken Lucifer's form, and he's returned to Earth under the guise of being Lucifer. So we will see exactly how that stuff rolls out. But yeah, I've been talking for a while. But yeah, so I'm starting the show now. So that is pretty much all the catch up I can remember from season 4. So yeah, on to the reaction, or at least the highlights that are going to be on YouTube. If you guys want to see the full length reaction to this episode, to the season premiere, that'll be up on Patreon, so you can go check that out there. Link will be somewhere in the description and or in the comments, so check that out there. But yeah, episode 1, Really Sad Devil Guy, the season premiere of season 5. Let's go.
And it will happen again in 5, 4.
Oh, is this hell?
3, 2.
Is he in hell? Is he punishing someone in hell? Because it's happened over and over. Yeah, has to be in hell.
The killer also did this.
Oh,
Clean
took his
cut
hand.
At the wrist post-mortem.
Just because you happen to have slept with that blonde murder victim a few weeks ago doesn't mean that you slept with them.
You guys, it like opens up its wings and it's like, and it goes like side to side. Oh my God, it's
She's
freaking
adorable.
hilarious.
She is adorable.
But
Maze, I do believe we have other work to do.
Other work? Oh, like a nightclub? Hanging out at Lux? Hanging out at Lux. What are girlfriends for? Oh, so they really let loose. Is that Amenadiel? Yeah, that's Amenadiel. Yeah, I knew that was him. Oh, drug deal happening. Not in his nightclub. Not on Amenadiel's watch.
In hell, you are your own jailer. You brought yourself here.
Then I'm gonna take myself on up out of here then.
By all means. So long as you're not guilty of anything.
How in the hell?
Same response every time, and it's not that simple. I am gonna solve your murder.
Nah. From hell? He can do that from in hell? Oh. Oh yeah, slowing down time. And that used to be Amenadiel's thing. Yeah.
Give us a wave, Belias.
What's up? So, I mean, I can just lift this up and...
Oh, damn, he has no face.
That's simple.
Belios has no face.
Do you have any idea why someone would want to cut off his hand?
Yeah, that seems
They
weird.
cut off his hand?
Maybe for like a thumbprint.
God, why?
Maybe they need a fingerprint.
What we're trying to figure out.
Fingerprint access to something, like a safe.
You don't
Or...
recognize that as any kind of message.
Oh, well, it's for Charlie, of course.
Charlie.
Yeah, I
okay,
was
baby
hoping that
Charlie.
you could teach him some science. You know, I'm a firm believer in a strong STEM.
How old is he
foundation.
again?
Isn't Charlie like 2 months old?
2 months.
Oh, I know what you're thinking. But Charlie's a special child.
Yeah. Every child is special in their mom's eyes, huh?
Yeah, no, but Charlie's actually.
No, he's a Nephilim basically. He's a
That's why
Nephilim.
music.
Amenadiel, you gotta stop playing vigilante. You can't make citizens arrest on jaywalkers and littering.
Would that be vigilanteism?
It was clearly forbidden.
The kid was 3 years old.
All right, well, this is totally different. Dan. Now, I have been deep undercover at Lux, Lucifer's den of sin, and I have finally gained the
How
trust
do you
of
arrest a
real,
3-year-old?
big-time drug dealer. Be the change, right?
Using his own thing against him. Be the change you want to see in the world. Start today.
And how much did you owe?
Like $700,000? Give or take a few.
700k.
That much I would have killed you myself. After you.
I never knew the Hell Looks could be this extensive. You could actually, you know, take a foray into their deeper memories, like throughout the day, possibly. Don't know how far back this memory goes.
Evening, ladies.
Ah, that's a nice parallel.
Evening.
Yeah.
We are here to play.
I love a
poker.
little lip ring. I love that little lip ring, yeah.
I'm winning. Can you believe it? Yeah, but you're supposed to be losing. I know, but I never win.
Oh, she's tempted by victory. Ugh.
Or you can buy a boat instead and end up with a bullet in your head.
Sounds like a confession to me. No, it's not exactly. Remember, Lee was shot in the chest.
There, you just gave away your entire
Well, that's it.
position. God
That's
damn
the
it.
mark. We just-
Why don't you come with us and tell us why?
Oh, he's
you
the
take
guy that
credit
killed
for
him.
Lee's murder?
He's the guy that killed him.
got a runner.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't think Doug's actually the killer though. He calls the hits out. Yeah, he makes the deals and he calls the hits out on the ones that don't pay up. There we go. That's my girl. There we go. Okay. He really can't, he can't run for shit. For a runner, he really can't run. Oh. Okie dokie. So another car broke his fall, really?
Get him against the wall and spread him.
Don't influence her like that,
that is
Maze. She can do
crazy
better.
talk.
You can
Okay,
do better than an actual criminal.
I am done with the bad boys.
Good.
Hey, are you the detective? I'm a demon, and
A demon?
sent me to give you a message about the case.
Yeah. Oh, we sent him a message from hell.
He's
Possessing the dead
king of hell,
body.
So he's. Hey, is that Mazikeen?
Wait.
Okay, good, yeah.
What the hell? Did
No.
you move the body?
You don't get hit on Mazikeen. No.
What's your detective's name?
I just used to call her detective, but
You did call her Chloe like
Name.
once. You called her Chloe once.
Japanese, huh?
Yeah, well, Charlie got a little tuckered out from yoga, so we had to reschedule.
You're
art
putting a
appreciation and
2-month-old
yoga for
through
some
yoga?
Low impact.
We all think our own kid can walk on water, right?
I hadn't thought of that.
Oh, no, no, no.
Cancel Swimming lessons.
No, no, no. Dan, shut up. Shut up.
You know, one of the things.
He just likes silly faces.
Yeah, babies are cute like that. Would he cry if he saw Lucifer's devil face? Is that too silly for him? Is that borderline maniacal? Oh, that's Meg. That's Meg.
Meg?
The sister. What's she doing here with a gun of all things? Is that weed?
Where that came from?
looks like good drugs.
Police, show me your hands.
Okay. Oh, okay.
I was gonna maybe hit up my grandpa.
What?
He's getting his gallbladder removed.
Oh, for Christ's sake. So what, it's literally just drugs for stress release? For familial surgeries and whatnot? Really?
Then I saw the biometric safe.
Yes, they did need his fingerprints. Yeah, they knew it. My first hunch was correct.
We don't need him. Or anyone. Chloe, you and I. Good.
Oh, dynamic duo.
Amazing. The thing is I'm not good.
Oh.
And I don't think you're good either.
Maze is catching the
I don't know
feels.
exactly what happened. I think that it's best if we step back
Oh.
from working together.
Oh no, don't break up the partnership. No.
Good idea.
You guys are awesome together. Come on, no. Oh.
Ah, the wonders of hell.
It's right here. It's in the bag.
Is it? Oh, that is good. Oh, good shot. But there's more where he came from. Okay. Give her a gun too. Give her a gun too. Give her a shotgun. Okay, well she's a civilian. She had a gun in the storage place.
Are you sure this is my hell?
Oh crap.
Well, who else's would it be?
I don't know. But I'm thinking that you just here torturing yourself.
Monstrous.
I missed my chance. What about you?
Don't miss yours, Lucifer. Don't miss yours. He's back, baby.
Hello, bad guys.
He came back.
This crazy fool.
He
I hope I'm
actually
not
came
late
back.
to the party.
Wait, is this Lucifer? Because again, I saw the trailer. I know Michael comes in. Are we sure this is Lucifer? This doesn't feel like a genuine Decastar kiss. Doesn't feel like a genuine Decastar kiss. Nuh-uh. No, this is Michael. This got to be Michael. You're gonna hit me with that song? Really? You're gonna hit me with that? Did you sleep with Doug? Ella, honey, you can do better. No. Oh, Masakine. Oh, Masakine. Skies ain't blue right now. Skies could not be farther from blue.
So you're not gonna go up there and help out your lady friend?
Yeah, exactly. It's not him. It's Michael. It's Michael.
Taking care of herself.
She's not alone though. She's with your brother of all people. God damn it. Okay. Thank you, frickin' Dokley. That was a fun season premiere. That was a very, very fun season premiere. Yeah, I love the way that opened. I love the way that episode was actually structured. Like, you know, Lucifer still actually, you know, the detective has rubbed off on him. Chloe has rubbed off on him professionally. Personally, I don't know. We haven't seen it just yet. We haven't seen it, but professionally, she has rubbed off on him, and you know, he's actually, you know, he you know, actually felt comfortable stepping into the role of being an investigator of a murder, even from hell. I think that's like. Hell, especially, is an interesting environment. Especially, this show's interpretation of hell, like being trapped in your own memories, the ones that actually give you that kind of guilt and stuff. It's an interesting thing, and I think they expanded on it just a little bit. You know, like usually the memories are just, you know, like the very kind of scenarios and moments that actually plant that guilt into your soul and into your mind. But with this, you know, with Lee, he was actually able to go back through the day and back through, I think, the week even, to see, you know, exactly where things had gone wrong, and even so far back as years back, you know, when his sister's baby shower was going on, you know, like you can actually go further and further back. So I think maybe it's not really limited. It's not really doesn't really have any kind of, you know, cap on it. You can actually go back as far as you want, as far as you feel is right, and still see what event or what choices you made are actually giving you guilt and stuff like that. So that is really, really cool. And it was fun seeing those parallels too, like seeing Lucifer working the investigations from down under, you know, and then up top, Maze and Chloe. I love that team up. I love that idea, the idea of that team up. You know, like on duty, they do investigate stuff. They are the Sleuth sisters. They do investigate stuff. They take down criminals, and you know, she bounty hunts and she investigates and everything and stuff like that. And in the downtime, they're just dancing and drinking it away at Lux. They're just having a good old girlfriend time. So that's fun. But yeah, I think Chloe, and I think it's really cool to see how far they've come too. I think I've been watching Blind Wave's reactions to season 1, just seeing how far, like all the characters especially, but especially like you know, comparing this to the first few episodes of season 1, where Maze just hated the detective and hated the fact that, you know, she was keeping Lucifer there and stuff like that, but now she's working with Chloe, you know, she even kissed her. We had a Decker Maze kiss. We had that, and it was actually, you know, it wasn't even something like, you know, it wasn't even something flirtatious. I mean, kind of flirtatious, but it wasn't like a one-off. Like, you know, she actually wanted to kiss Chloe, and she actually, you know, like, I mean, Maze especially felt that, you know, the entire time that they'd been working together, they'd actually built up a professional relationship, and they knew each other personally so well too. Like, you know, like all the seasons past, they've been hanging out together and solving crimes and, you know, taking down hellish demons together. So they know each other. They know each other really well, but obviously, the issue for Chloe was that on the one hand, she may well not reciprocate those feelings, and on the other hand, she is able to identify that she is very, very much, very deeply missing Lucifer. Chloe admits to herself that she's missing Lucifer, and she knows that Maze and Eve had a very, very short thing that ended abruptly when Eve left on her own journey of self-discovery. So then it's safe for her to kind of assume that Maze is feeling a ways about Eve having left too. So, you know, like she said, like they're both using each other to fill a void that someone else left behind. So yeah, I just wish it hadn't really pushed her to the conclusion that they needed to hold, like they needed to pull back and, you know, break up their partnership too. But I don't know. Decker Maze is a thing. I mean, I doubt they're gonna go. I mean, I think it would have actually been interesting to see. You know, like not even in a case of, oh, like Lucifer's gone, so now Maze and Chloe hook up or anything like that. But it would have actually been good to see how Maze and Chloe actually get along for a good few episodes before Lucifer comes along. I'm surprised they let Lucifer back in. Well, I'm surprised they let Lucifer back in this early. I'm surprised that they let him back in this early. I thought we'd actually get at least like a full episode without any Lucifer-esque shenanigans on Earth. But right at the end of the episode, they let Michael back in as Lucifer. You see that little devilish look in his eyes, no pun intended. But yeah, I really would have liked for like at least 1 or 2 more episodes of just Maze and Chloe, and maybe them actually, you know, like, I mean, maybe keeping in the thing like where, you know, Chloe breaks it off, but then obviously spending the next couple of episodes actually patching things up, and you know, just them kind of exploring, you know, what their relationship now is like and what their partnership now is like and stuff like that, instead of actually, you know, thrusting Michael into the mix this early. You know, I don't know, but yeah, I think I would have just liked to see more of actual, you know, like a more personal perspective on, you know, Maze and Chloe and seeing how they actually get along without Lucifer being there. But, you know, I don't know, maybe it's a good things come to those who wait kind of thing, or maybe it's just a we can't have nice things because Lucifer's evil dick of a twin brother comes along and screws it all up for him and for us. So, I don't know. But yeah, Maze is a consultant. Maze took over as the consultant for the LAPD. Lucifer was originally the one, but I mean, even when he was a consultant, Maze had still been working as like the bounty hunter, catching criminals and bringing them in and stuff like that. So, you know, it makes sense that she'd be the one that they'd go to for help on investigations. And yeah, one of the first little tidbits of help she offers up is determining whether or not she actually hooked up with the Vic beforehand, you know, whether she actually slept with the murder victim beforehand, because it happened once a couple of weeks ago. So but having Maze Runner is super fun. You know, having Maze Runner is super fun. So I look forward to seeing more of what she actually offers. I mean, well, now the partnership's broken off, so I don't know how distant they're gonna be. If it's gonna be like pretending that they don't have like a, if it's gonna be pretending the kiss never happened, or they don't have like a much of a personal relationship anymore, or if she's not gonna be LAPD anymore. I think she should definitely still be LAPD. I mean, she might still be the bounty hunter, but just not the consultant. Maybe not the consultant. I don't know, but. Yeah, I don't know. We'll sort it out. They'll sort it out at some point. But we'll see. And yeah, I think the episode structure really kind of stuck out to me, with it being like, you know, on Earth, like, you know, like, well, on heaven, on hell, and in hell and on Earth, like, you know, Lucifer and Chloe just, you know, just discovering all these different ways in which they're still kind of missing each other, and Lucifer showing Lee his own hell, but then by the end of it realizing it's his own kind of epiphany, showing that, you know, he's also made that choice. You know, he dropped out. He was right. The demons did revolt because he was no longer down there and everything was shambolic. But then, you know, he took it upon himself to decide that, you know, he needed to go back, otherwise Earth would be overrun with demons who would force his hand at every possible turn to try and get him to return to hell. So he then stayed away, because I think he knew that if he went back to Earth, then he'd eventually have to go back down to hell again. So there's no point actually, you know, forcing himself to disappoint Chloe and Ella and everyone else like that. If he's going in just to go back to hell again. So. Yeah, it was his own little epiphany that he actually offered up. And Lee, I think, as a character, he worked fairly well. You know, he actually bounced back and forth with Lucifer fairly well. Actually, you know, making Lucifer kind of self-realize that a lot of Lee's hell is actually applicable to Lucifer's thing himself. So, yeah, that was fun. Ella and Dirty Doug, that happened. That was a thing. That was a thing that happened, and. Yeah, I mean, she made it clear herself that she was a bad boy magnet, and she hated that, so she was trying to not do that, but then in the end she ended up sleeping with Dirty Dog anyway. So, yeah, I mean, he's a criminal. He is basically a criminal. I mean, he still calls hits out on people. I mean, he might not have killed Lee, but he still calls hits out on people that don't pay him up. So she is sleeping with an unconvicted murderer. But I don't know. I mean, I'm sure that's just a one-time thing. I'm sure we're never going to see Dirty Doug ever again. He's going to be wiped off the face of the earth and into jail where he belongs if he's ever charged with what he does. And I'm sure she's never going to see him again. So I look forward to Ella's hunt for more good significant others, you know? So yeah, Ella deserves better. She is the non-literal kind of angel. She's a non-literal type of angel. So she deserves much better than skinhead and neck tattoo Dirty Doug. I'm surprised that that's how, you know, Lucifer actually described him down in hell. But yeah, she deserves better. Amenadiel has a new job now. He's in charge of Lux. He took over management at Lux. And he has his own problems going on too. Amenadiel has his own issues going on. He is enthusiastic about vigilantism, but for the sweetest of reasons. He wants to keep the world safe. I think that's actually something that they explored. That's something they explored in the last season. Like he was like, you know, that one episode with the kid, the young black kid who was actually in trouble too, and he ended up dying. The kid ended up dying, and he was afraid of actually, you know, Amenadiel being black too. He faced that kind of thing from the cops until Dan came along, and then he was worried, you know, what if his child actually faces that kind of stuff? Like he was, you know, like, you know, less than willing to actually bring his child into the world, but also bring him up in a world that might treat him differently because of who he is or what he looks like and stuff like that, and a world where humans actually behave towards each other like that, you know. So there's like a good portion of the story where him and Linda kind of discussed taking him up to heaven, raising him in the Silver City, and then that was shot down. But you know, Charlie's so cute. He's so cute. He's such a cute little baby. So it's good to see him and Trixie get along. Trixie was making funny faces, and you know, he had his first laugh. Trixie made him laugh his first laugh. So that was really cute. But yeah, now Amenadiel is, yeah, he's just in charge of Lux, so he's making money and he's running Lux and doing his own things. I think he's dropping the vigilanteism thing now because I think the first time he arrested a 3-year-old for jaywalking and littering, a 3-year-old. He has a 2-month-old son, and he arrested a 3-year-old for jaywalking, and now he was trying to hunt down a teenager dealing drugs who then turned out to be dealing drugs not for nefarious purposes, but he was buying them because I think he said his mum had a surgery. His mum had a surgery, and then he was gonna hit up his granddad because he had like a gallbladder surgery or something. Like he had like personal family problems going on, so he was. I think it looked like weed in the bag. It didn't look like pills or anything. So it looked like weed in the bag. So he was gonna smoke that and try and ease off some of the stress and stuff, which I think I've heard weed is a stress reliever. I've heard weed like not just about getting high just for the fun of it, but actually as like an actual stress reliever. I've heard that it actually works for that purpose, and as long as you use it responsibly and any risks going in and exactly how what you're looking for, then it's basically harmless. It's basically harmless to the body. So yeah. So he was doing that. So I think if anything, that's like a good enough informative point. It shows, especially like a drug like weed. If you take it, then yeah, it's like I'm not promoting it, by the way. I'm not here trying to say go ahead take weed because it's stress reliever. But I think like from what I've heard from different people in different places, like it's actually as long as you use it responsibly, you know what you're going into. And use it for the right reasons too, then it's not bad. It's not bad. So yeah, don't do drugs. Don't do drugs and stay in school. Yeah. So yeah. And Linda, on the other hand, the mother she's really going the extra mile. She's really putting the miles on Charlie. He's 2 months old, and she's already putting him through STEM, Japanese, and yoga. She was putting him through yoga, and then Dan mentioned walking on water, and then she turned to cancel swimming, like, oh, he will do that when he's older anyway. He's a Nephilim, for God's sake. I mean, I wrote down Nephilim. I don't know if they use the same terminology in this. Because they've used similar angel names, like Uriel, Raphael, Michael, Castiel. Castiel's like, when I saw that reference in the show, I lost my friggin' shit. But yes, I don't know if they'd use that exact same kind of terminology, like Nephilim, for this, because in Supernatural, it's the son of an archangel, whereas in this, I think they've used archangel in this, right? I'm pretty sure. I'm like 90% sure they've used archangel in this show too. They've definitely mentioned angels and demons, but archangel, I'm like 80 to 90% sure they've used archangel. I think they've used that to describe Lucifer and Amenadiel. And I think at one point when Raphael was it Raphael? No, I can't remember who it was. The one that the angel brother of Lucifer's that he killed, and then he was trapped in a hell loop with when his mother was around. I can't remember what his name was. No, not Uriel. Not Azrael. No. I think it might have been Raphael. I think Raphael feels wrong. It feels wrong, but I think it could have been. But it was another one sent by God to retrieve Lucifer and get him back to hell, like the one who was like a really, really good fighter. But that was him. So yeah, Nephilim, I don't know if that's actually terminology that they use, but I mean, to my knowledge, it's just terminology I have. So yeah, but Charlie, I wonder if he's gonna get wings, because he is basically half angel, half demon. Half human, half angel, half human. So I don't know if he's gonna hit puberty and then just start sprouting wings, or something. I don't know, but yeah, it's gonna be fun. It's gonna be fun seeing what his journey on the show is like. But yeah, that was that. But yeah, no, that wasn't that. Linda is putting the miles on him, and she's actually just got posters everywhere of what to teach him and what lessons to put him through, and she's teaching him Japanese and having Ella teach him STEM, putting him through the STEM courses too, and I think unofficially, or at least in training for the actual licensed STEM courses and whatnot. So yeah, he's definitely a special baby. But I don't know if angels, they have celestial knowledge. They don't have advanced knowledge on science and technology. Like I think Amenadiel just barely knows how to use a phone. Or at least I mean at this point he knows how to use it. But I mean in the earlier seasons, like it was something that Amenadiel definitely had to get used to. But yeah, no, I think angels. I think I don't know the chances of them actually knowing much about human subjects, or at least even having like a learning affinity for them. But celestial knowledge is probably something that Amenadiel might teach him. So celestial knowledge might be something that he actually has an affinity for. You know, like the same way Percy Jackson had an affinity for Greek stuff because he had half Greek blood on his side. So yeah, I started reading the books and they're really, really good. Well, I mean, I started reading the first book and I'm like a few chapters in. So yeah, but yeah, that is Linda's side. But yeah, so we ended the episode on a great song, "Happy Together" by the Turtles. Amazing song, I love that song. Or a rendition of it, a much more heavenly echoing rendition of it. But we ended it on Michael in Lucifer's form walking in on a shootout and helping Chloe. And I knew that Decker Star kiss was unsatisfactory. It was not good enough to be a genuine Decker Star kiss. You know, so he's back, and then I think Maze sensed him. Maze was having her own breakdown in the penthouse, and she tore the piano to shreds. So cool. But yeah, no, it was an emotional moment for her. So she was having her own thing. But then at the end, I think she actually kind of looked up a little bit, like she actually sensed the presence of an angel back on her. So I think she sensed Michael's return. So I think we didn't see anything like that from Amenadiel. So I don't know if it's exclusive to Maze right now, but I mean he's an angel, so Amenadiel should sense him before Maze does. But Maze, I think maybe because he's using Lucifer as his camouflage, so he actually has he gives off maybe like a more Lucifer-esque vibe. But then even still, Amenadiel should sense him. But I don't know, maybe I missed it. If it did happen, maybe I missed it. But Maze sensed it after her breakdown, so she's gonna have some words with him. But yeah, Michael coming back, it's gonna be an interesting thing. See what he's gonna do and how he's gonna be. Like he's already cosplaying as Lucifer. He's already literally voice and like face and everything. He's cosplaying as Lucifer. Chloe kind of registered that something was different, but then he passed it off as time and adaptation and stuff like that. But there's gonna be more. There's gonna be more to him than meets the eye. So we'll see exactly what Michael does on Earth whilst masquerading as Lucifer. But yeah, that's pretty much all I have from this episode. It was a fun one, a fun opener, fun premiere to this, to this 5th story from the magnificent show called Lucifer. But yeah, I look forward to seeing what the rest is like. I will be reacting to this entire season, like I said, and also the second half of the season once that is released. So hopefully this first season should be fun, and I can just sense the cliffhanger coming at the end of this first half. I can just sense it already. But yeah, we will see exactly where it leads us. So that was Lucifer, Season 5, Episode 1, titled Really Sad Devil Guy. So thank you guys so much for watching this video. If you guys enjoyed it, then salt and burn that like button. Comment on what you thought of the episode and what you think is coming up next time on Lucifer. The uncut reaction, again, for those of you who want it, will be up on Patreon, so you can go check that out over there. And yeah, that's it. So, I will see you guys next time.